have heard me tell this story about my friend Brandon Darby, and if you don't know who Brandon Darby is, Google him, because he's a really cool guy. And he's an amazing guy. He became the FBI informant that stopped the bombing at the Republican National Convention in 2008. How many of you knew that there was plans for a bombing in 2008? Well, there was, and Brandon Darby was a kid that ran away from home and lived on the streets in Austin and got involved with the far left, the far left, not Democrats, far left progressives. And he was in these meetings where they were talking about how they were organizing to do this bombing. And so they organized into 3 different groups. You had the green group, the yellow group, and the red group. The green group were organized just to go to the Republican convention and hold up petition signs, or protest signs. They weren't doing anything illegal or bad. They just disagreed with the Republicans, so they went with protest signs. Then you had the yellow group. They're a little more radical, a little more in the know, and they were organized to lock arm in arm with PVC pipe and hold back the police. The green group didn't know about the yellow group. Then you had the red group. They're the ones that were organizing it. They're the ones that would actually throw the Molotov cocktail or throw the bomb. I had a meeting at Region 11 Service Center with Dr. Stillman, and they were trying to tell me how wonderful C-Scope was and this online curriculum management system. And I said, listen, I know I've done a lot of research on C-Scope, and you're not going to convince me. We're going to have to agree to disagree. But let me tell you a story. And I told them the story that Brandon talked about how they organized. And I said, look, Dr. Stillman, I don't think you're a bad guy. I don't think you're a communist or socialist or trying to indoctrinate my kids or harm my kids. I said, you're from Munster, Texas. You gotta be a good guy. I said, but you're green. You're green. They're using you because you are financially tied to selling a flawed curriculum management system to our schools. And they're organizing you. And I don't know that Thomas Ratliff, I don't think Thomas Ratliff's green. I would say probably yellow. So here's the deal, folks. There's a lot of really good people in education who are in education for the right reasons, who are very smart people, who just need to understand the big picture. And what happened with C-Scope, in my opinion, when you start digging into C-Scope and what it is and what's happening in education, not only in Texas but in our nation, there's a fundamental transformation of education underway. In Texas, TASA has a transformation of education in Texas. And so there's all kinds of names for it. You've got Common Core, you've got 21st century learning, you've got project-based learning. Meryl, help me. Career and college readiness, the TEACS resource. C-Scope is no longer in existence. Did you know that? It's gone. Just the name is gone.